Here's the key. It doesn't result in something good. New CEO comes in, everything stays the same. You've done nothing to help the people that are struggling that you so think that you're helping. And that's what I hate about, like, they made him this martyr. And they're like, oh, he did nothing for you. He lived the life that he could go on to be a president. I mean, he could go on to do anything, especially with this kind of track record. And now he's gonna rot in prison, and he's probably this brilliant man who could have actually affected change. Okay. It is about time that we cover the story of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. He was murdered on December 4th, walking into a hotel in downtown New York City in broad daylight. Security footage of this murder quickly flooded everywhere online, which I'm assuming you've probably seen by now, and immediately a manhunt was underway, both online and in person, to find this killer. The original security footage that was released of this crime, you couldn't actually see the killer's face at all. But the footage did go viral, and I think people were so fascinated by the way that the crime was committed. I mean, it was so brazen and calculated and disgusting. I mean, honestly, it looked like it was out of a movie, but it was real life in 2024 in broad daylight. And then photos were released of the alleged assassin. And that photo just sent an absolute media frenzy obsession with this guy. To start with, I saw online that they were having a lookalike competition in downtown New York City of the killer. And at first I thought, oh, cool. Okay, they're trying to find him. They're doing this very unique, creative, objectively weird way to go about finding this killer, but he was actively on the loose at the time, so it makes sense. But then I learned, no, it was actually more to celebrate him and for some people to make a quick buck. I have so many questions about this man's life and why he chose to come out on a weekday to dress up like a killer and try to get some money. I mean, it's the weirdest thing, but this is just a foreshadowing of the weirdness that is to come. And after seeing this, I thought, okay, it can't get any weirder than this. But spoiler, it gets much, much weirder.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, let's just say that I do not want to see what that man's internet search history is, but hopefully he uses ExpressVPN so I don't have to. Because using the internet without ExpressVPN is like taking a call on a train or a bus on speakerphone for everyone to hear it, which also please do not be one of those people because they are so annoying, but don't let your personal business become everyone else's business. Internet service providers, also known as ISPs, know every single website you visit, and then they can legally sell that information without your consent to ad companies and tech giants who then use your data to target you. I use ExpressVPN because I can browse more anonymously. Because when you use ExpressVPN, ISPs cannot see your online activity and your identity is anonymized by a secure VPN server. Your data is also encrypted for maximum protection because all you have to do is fire up an app and click one button. ExpressVPN can be used on phones, laptops, and even routers, so everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can get protected. Now, I'm always working from a bunch of different coffee shops and they have a bunch of different Wi-Fi, so it is always nice to have ExpressVPN on my computer to keep me safe. So find out how you can get 3 months free today by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link below in the description, or by going to expressvpn.com/Conrad today. Now, one commenter under the winner's video said, this is sadistic. Of course it's in NYC. Yes, of course it is. Again, in the area where there is a killer on the loose. It's mind-boggling. Someone else said, absolutely deranged. Exactly. Luckily, a lot of the comments did echo my thoughts on this, but not all of them. While police were out there actively searching for the killer, there was a weird wave of support growing for the gunman. One woman commented and said, seems like everyone on this thread has never had to worry about a life-saving medicine or procedure being denied. Opens my eyes about X. Many comments and tweet threads started to echo this woman's frustrations about the healthcare industry at large, specifically United Healthcare because they are the biggest healthcare company in the world. It is one thing to believe that there are deeply entrenched issues in our healthcare industry. It is another thing entirely to believe that it is okay to murder a husband and father of two in cold blood. Now, as a wave of support for this unknown assailant began to grow online, a person of interest was finally disclosed. His name is Luigi Mangione, and he is a 26-year-old anti-capitalist who is also Ivy League educated and was a former valedictorian. And here are the photos of Luigi. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw these photos, I was in shock. This was not the person that I was expecting by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I was expecting some creepy Jeffrey Dahmer type, but he looks like a friend of mine from high school. So it was so jarring. I'm so confused. And so was the rest of the internet. And of course, like every other alleged criminal that is even semi-good looking, women became obsessed. In this video, this woman wrote, outfits I'd wear to jury duty for the Luigi Mangione trial. And also for copyright reasons, we're only going to be able to play a little bit of this song, but this is Britney Spears' Criminal, and it has been blasted everywhere about Luigi. Oh, she's marrying him. She can fix him. This one comment really summarized my feelings about this video, and the woman said, our culture has hit rock bottom. It certainly has, Nancy. Dear old Nancy, it certainly has. Someone else said, isn't he charged for murder or something? Yeah, he is, but that doesn't seem to matter to these women or men. But mama, I'm in love with a criminal. You're welcome. him. And here's another thirst trap of him. Women went deep online to find every photo that they could of him. I mean, he was a normal guy at that point. Not anymore, though. Allegedly. But you get the gist of what's been happening online. One guy said, I see a hero, not a criminal. Again, I see an alleged murderer because that's what he's been accused of. But of course you see a hero. Someone else said, I can't wait till everyone turns on him for some tweets or his parents are billionaires. Yes, because in 2024, someone could be canceled for those things. Not for shooting someone in the back of the head. Make it make sense. Even the strippers are showing their support. Like, I want to laugh because it's objectively funny, but it's not when you think about it as a whole. The problem is that these people actually believe he's done something good. One woman commented under this and said, me distracting the police so Luigi can escape. Someone else said, we're so unserious as a species. Which again, in a lot of ways, I love that about us, but in other ways, I am deeply, deeply concerned about that. Like when I see a video like this. But mama, I'm in love with a criminal. No, it's blasphemous. Someone commented and said, Saint Luigi, the punisher of CEOs. Someone else said, Saint Luigi, protector of the sick. Now, objectively, of course, a lot of this stuff is funny, it's silly, it's weird, but the more that I saw this faux martyrdom being presented online, the angrier I got because he lived a truly privileged life. I mean, he had top-of-the-line education since childhood. He studied at UPenn, which is an Ivy League school. He could have used his private school education, then his Ivy League education, his 130 IQ to actually affect real change. That's what a hero would do. In researching for this story, I watched his valedictorian speech from 2016 for his high school. He was charismatic, and his classmates clearly looked up to him because he could communicate well. So why would someone choose this path? Who did he really save by allegedly killing this man? Patients suffering with healthcare challenges are still suffering. The broken system is still broken. We don't know motives yet, but we do know that he wasn't even a United Healthcare customer. Now, I have seen online that he did suffer from a severe back injury back in 2023. He did, however, have a back injury, and he even has his ex-banner profile photo of a back x-ray with 3 giant screws in it, which I assume is his own back. All of that to say that if he was so passionate about fixing a broken system, one that he probably has dealt with firsthand, he could have run for office and advocated for those who were struggling or found effective ways to articulate the struggles that he faced firsthand. But rather, he was arrested at a McDonald's. And he's facing a life sentence without the possibility of parole if he's found guilty. So if he is the killer, he's no martyr, he's just a coward. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, and last but not least, make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our episodes.